Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Betty. With so many public gathering places either closed or limited over the past year, teens have been pretty limited on how they can socialize safely. But one Wausau woman is hoping they find a home away from home at her coffee shop. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez explains.
Whether she's playing a game of cribbage or grinding some coffee beans, Sheila Stark is always ready to talk to any kid who walks into her coffee shop.
I always thought of a coffee shop personally because I love coffee, and who doesn't like to talk?
For 4 years, Stark worked at a youth detention center. Now, through her love of coffee and talking, she's giving youth in Wausau a place where everyone knows their name.
Everybody knows everybody usually, and even if you are new to here, you get to know people really quick.
Her coffee safe haven, Middle Grounds, giving people a safe place to talk, study, and enjoy free coffee and snacks.
It's a good place to study, good place to listen to some music, talk to people, and it's when you take a break from studying sometimes, and there's usually community to help you study too.
This year, the purpose of her shop having even more meaning as kids find themselves stuck more indoors.
Almost stuck or trapped in their home and alone, and they're kind of getting used to being alone, but then that causes them to kind of be down or depressed and lonely. And some of them have even said they're glad that they can come here because otherwise they tend to stay in their rooms all day.
Whether that be finding a new type of classroom,
a lot of them bring their earbuds, put it in and listen to their classes, and some just come in the afternoons just to study.
Or talking to a trusted adult.
The girls a lot of times will stay an hour after or more, and we just sit and talk about real life and what's going on in their life.
Stark's doors are always open for anyone who needs a place to call home. In Wausau, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
Outside, Jeff, we had a bitter start to the day in some places across the area.
Yeah, we started off with temperatures well below zero this morning. Look at this, 19 below to the west of us in Phillips, 18 below in Tomahawk. We will not do this again tonight. However, it's still going to be quite cold out there tonight. Already 14 near Rhinelander, 11 Eagle River, 15 Leona, 14 for Point. So these are just getting started. We'll have low temperatures tonight down near zero and then begin a warming trend tomorrow. Highs back up in the 20s, and we're going to go for low 30s by Monday and Tuesday of next week. Okay, so there are some clouds out there right now. This will actually help to keep temperatures up just a bit tonight, and there's lots of stuff out there currently as well. Many systems kind of going around us currently. However, this one right there in parts of California right now looks to bring us a little bit of light snow late Saturday into Sunday. Most likely maybe an inch or two, not a big storm at all, but still some snow's on the way later this weekend. Your forecast then for tonight, though, is just cold out there and partly cloudy. Low temperatures down near 2 below. Your full forecast is coming up. Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, there is more attention now on the vaccine rollout and how the country hopes to vaccinate over 300 million people by the end of this summer. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock joins us now live in studio with the latest on that effort. Megan.
Thanks, Justin. Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health held a news briefing today discussing the coordinated and strategic distribution of millions of COVID-19 vaccinations on the state and federal level.
Companies are working together to pump up vaccine rollout.
One of the major vaccine manufacturers, Sanofi, didn't go ahead with their own COVID vaccine, but they have just made an agreement with Moderna to use their manufacturing capacity to make more of the Moderna product.
This will help with increasing the number of available doses and getting more people vaccinated.
Stepping into a vaccine rollout effort that was already underway, but that was really based on the state's approach to this. And so we really have a 50 state and territory plan, and it is an extraordinarily challenging thing to now begin to move toward a more national plan.
The states that have been successful have had governors paying attention to scientific expertise and public health experts. Another challenge is the lack of resources and funding of our public health departments, which impacts how our communities receive health care.
We've had a 20-year disinvestment in the public health infrastructure, and so it's not surprising, but hugely challenging that our public health system and our implementation system to deliver vaccines is nowhere near the level of our biomedical infrastructure to develop these vaccines.
We need to strengthen the organizational capacity of our health departments, which can then more accurately be able to distribute the vaccines and keep accurate data on it.
I think there's been a leveling of the field across the money that is invested in the lab component of the vaccine, the health department component of the vaccine, and then the community component of the vaccine.
Now, Wisconsin is still receiving about 70,000 doses of vaccines a week from the federal government, and the next phase of eligible vaccinations is set to begin on March 1st. Justin.
Thanks, Megan. Today, the Wisconsin State Assembly was set to vote on ending the governor's indoor mask mandate. That vote, though, has now been put on hold. The reason? Repealing the mandate would put Wisconsin at risk of losing about $50 million in federal food assistance for low-income people. The state Senate has already voted to repeal the mandate, but today Assembly Leader Robin Vos officially announced his chamber would not vote on the repeal as planned. This afternoon, Democrats criticized Republicans for even considering it to begin with.
It's over 70% approval, and every single health group and organization and person that treats, that has witnessed, that has had a firsthand look at people who are either sick or are dying in unimaginable, overload of people, is asking us not to do this.
Vos says he and Republicans will now explore ways to still repeal the mandate, but in ways that won't cost millions in food aid. In the meantime, the Assembly did pass a bill that would require anyone over age 60 to be eligible for the vaccine immediately and to make the entire general public eligible no later than March 15th. Those measures now go to the state Senate. International Holocaust Remembrance Day was yesterday, but of course it's not just once a year that Jewish Americans reflect on the events from almost 80 years ago. Benjamin Altschler is the rabbi at Mount Sinai Congregation in Wausau. He says Remembrance Day is a good time to reflect.
It just gives us a chance to remember the countless lives lost during that tragic period during the early 20th century, but it also gives us the opportunity to reflect today on how those values and lessons are still being carried out.
Says the recent storming of the Capitol and some of the shirts people were wearing brought up some hard feelings for people like him. However, he has a message for those who are inconsiderate towards Jewish Americans.
We could just as easily close our doors permanently and hide behind shuttered windows. On the contrary, we are proud to be here, and we're going to continue to.
Mount Sinai serves about 80 families across the state. Right now, the congregation is not holding services in person, though they are doing what they call Zoom socials. Most casinos and large gathering places in the Northwoods have closed because of safety concerns during the pandemic. But after almost a year without business, one is now taking steps to reopen soon. We'll have details on that in a few minutes. But first, Jeffson with your full forecast. Next on Newswatch 12 at 6.
Menards carries everything you need for your automotive needs. We carry a great selection of quality products to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Splash Ultimate Windshield Wash Fluid is great for winter months and is effective down to negative 35 degrees. It clears ice and salt while delivering a clear, streak-free shine every time. Right now, pick up a gallon for only $1.99. Save today with all of your automotive needs during Menards Home Improvement Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
Welcome to the show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. You will be my virtual audience.
Somebody cough. I heard a cough.
Every day, Hollywood's biggest stars and your favorite games.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Ellen's season 18 is so big.
That's not as big as I thought that would be.
Ellen, weekdays at 3 p.m.
Fusion has it all. Modern styling, spacious interior, plenty of power. Even help to inspire confidence. Ford Copilot 360. NHTSA 5-star overall crash rating, 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. So while life is full of compromises, Fusion isn't one of them. Choose Ford Credit Flex Buy in 2020 Fusion with 0% APR for 66 months with an increase in monthly payments after the first 36 months plus $3,500 cash back.
Well, we don't do this very often, but this will freeze your fingers and toes in 15 minutes or so. Lows down near 19 in Phillips this morning, 18 below in Tomahawk, 17 below in Antigo. That was the kind of corridor of coldest air this morning. We will not do that tonight, though, as we have some somewhat warmer air on the way. Outside right now, it's 14 in Rhinelander with a calm wind currently, and a pressure is still very high at 30.44 with high pressure in charge for us currently. Wausau, you're at 15, a calm wind as well, and the pressure falling slightly there at 30.48. All right, so around the horn, temperatures are hanging out in the teens. We had highs up near 20 today. Tomorrow, though, most of us will be in the 20s, and that's the beginning of a warm-up tonight as we have a wind shift out of the southeast later on this evening. That'll begin the process of warming us up back above average again. We'll get rid of these below average days. As there is somewhat warmer air back to the south and west of us. Now again, warmer air for January, late January standards, but still, this is the air coming our way, not this stuff. That'll leave us alone now for several days, most likely in the later portions of next week. The average low, though, is still 3. The record low, 41 below back in 1915. And then there's that sunset almost 5 o'clock at 4:59 in the afternoon. Going forward, though, so tomorrow, low mid-20s will take it, right? Saturday, Sunday, firmly in the 20s. And then those are 30s back in the forecast for us Tuesday into Wednesday. And it now looks like we'll have a bigger system in the Midwest or Great Lakes somewhere later Wednesday into Thursday that could bring us a good, healthy amount of snow later on next week. Until then, though, we can't find snow anywhere on this map, right? A little bit of lake effect snow near Marquette, over parts of Lake Erie as well. But for us, dry today, dry tomorrow. Now, there is a system to the west of us coming into California right now. This made national news earlier with Lester. You saw that, bringing lots of flooding rainfall to California and mountain snow. Places near Mammoth Lakes are reporting 8 feet of snow, and it's still snowing out there tonight. So a piece of that could make it into our backyards beginning later Saturday to Sunday. Now, it's not going to be a big storm for us. However, it looks like it's going to take a southern track again across parts of central Illinois. That could bring southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, another round of heavy snow late Saturday into Sunday. The models are coming in now, and it looks stronger than it thought it was yesterday. But again, still on a track to not really bring us much snow at all, maybe an inch of snow later Saturday and Sunday. Until then, though, that high pressure is firmly in charge of our Hudson Bay, and it really is a strong area of high pressure. That will keep all of this at bay for now until that system right there will take a track kind of like that across southern Wisconsin later on Saturday and Sunday and bring them some snow, but for us, yeah, not so much. So going forward, here is the latest computer model guidance in terms of snowfall late Saturday and Sunday. Looks like an inch or two across parts of central Wisconsin. Northwoods probably less than an inch then, with heavier amounts across southern Wisconsin beginning again late Saturday and Sunday. If you have travel plans south later in the weekend, keep an eye on this one because it could bring lots of snow to southern Wisconsin, but for us, not so much. So our little snowman needs some help, and he's at 27.1 inches so far this season, 88.4 from last snow season. There's the record year, and it looks like there's a bit of a trend change now where February could bring us some more snow systems in our backyard. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. It's just going to be cold again, right? Not record-breaking cold or even 18 below, but 2 below tonight with a northwest breeze around 5. For tomorrow, it's Friday. Partly cloudy skies, slightly warmer. You'll likely feel it, right? 23 for a forecast high tomorrow with a northwest breeze around 5 to 10. We'll make it feel a bit cooler through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows, okay, quiet tomorrow, late Saturday, early Sunday, maybe an inch or two of snow, more snow south than north for sure. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're dry. There's that next system for late Thursday and Friday. We have to watch that one. That one could be our good snowfall coming for later on next week. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. Closing the Mole Lake Casino and Lodge was a safety-first decision, according to tribal authorities who shut down that facility last April. Now, after almost 10 months closed, they're planning to open things back up with some changes. The cafe will be open every day for takeout only. The gaming facility won't have bingo or table games back yet, but they do plan to open up slots from 10 to 10 each day with an extra hour on Fridays and Saturdays.
It's going to be a lot of wait and see, so we open a little bit, see what the effect is. Maybe we'll have to reel back in the future, if we open things up too fast. So we've taken all of those situations into consideration.
Gooden says the vaccine rollout, combined with no new cases on their reservation since before Christmas, are signs that reopening can be done safely. The facility again will have some new requirements in place, including a temperature check and mask mandates.
We're going to want all of our guests before they enter to get temperature checks. Also, everybody will be required to wear face masks at all times, covering both their nose and mouth.
The facility opens this Sunday starting at 10. You can learn more about the Secaucus and Chippewa community's efforts on our website, wjfw.com. Well, it's hard to remember a time when the term Obamacare wasn't in the collective conscious of Americans. Now, President Biden is working to reopen one of his former boss's biggest projects. We'll have the latest on that after the break.
Is your basement broken? Is your crawl space a disaster? Is the concrete around your house sinking or uneven? If the answer is yes, call SureDry. Serving all of northeast and central Wisconsin, we offer permanent professional solutions to these kinds of problems. More than 25,000 satisfied customers since 1994. We've probably fixed your neighbor's basement, crawl space, or concrete, and we'd love to fix yours too. Call SureDry today.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. With in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 20 years of experience, overseen 500+ projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality. You have found your soulmate. Now it's time to find the perfect ring. At Golden Carrot Jewelers, you can choose from an extensive selection of engagement and wedding rings. Fresh designs reflecting the most current trends, from organic, art deco, and vintage design to timeless classics in white, yellow, and rose gold. See the new Romance Collection, Lyria and Lumiere Bridal Collections, and new styles from Gabriel, New York, Eskashi, and more. Engagements begin here. Will yours? Golden Carrot Jewelers, downtown Minocqua.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
We know last year was a busy campaign year. Now we know Wisconsin's legislature's 4 campaign committees spent a record $12.1 million in 2020. The Wisconsin Democracy Campaign released a new analysis today, finding that spending shattered the previous record, only $8.4 million set in 2018. The Republican Assembly Campaign Committee led the way in spending, a little over $5 million. Assembly Democratic Campaign Committee spent $3.14 million. The Committee to Elect Republicans Senate spent $2.3 million, and the State Senate Democratic Committee spent $1.6 million last year. Today, President Biden announced he is opening up Obamacare for a special enrollment period, as well as rolling back changes over the past 4 years that made it more difficult for low-income Americans to get Medicaid. Alice Barr has details from Washington.
Faced with a deadly pandemic and a battered economy that's left millions of Americans in need, President Biden today taking action to increase access to health care coverage. He's seeking to shore up the Affordable Care Act, an enduring achievement of his time as vice president that's come under sustained attack by Republicans over the past 4 years.
As we continue to battle COVID-19, even more critical Americans have meaningful access to health care.
The president ordering the reopening of enrollment for Obamacare, offering an alternative to those who've lost employee-sponsored insurance. That, as the latest government figures revealed, 2020 was the worst year for U.S. economic growth since World War II. President Biden also aiming to strengthen coverage options for low-income Americans by rolling back Trump administration changes to Medicaid.
To undo the damage Trump has done.
In a separate executive action, the president seeking to expand access to abortion by overturning his predecessor's restrictions on the use of taxpayer dollars. President Biden moving quickly on health policies that were a key campaign promise and a potential lifeline to struggling Americans.
Your Newswatch 12 Ski and Board Report starts now. Brought to you by Sure Dry Basement Systems.
Nearly 20 million people have made Mr. Mayor a hit. Wow. And there's only one way to celebrate.
I'm throwing out the first pitch tomorrow.
I'd strongly suggest you decline.
Are you crazy? What, you don't want to see this guy in baseball pants?
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, new tonight on NBC.
To mend a broken heart.
I'm fine, all right? The breakup was for the best.
Everyone must play their role.
You need our help, right, Amy?
Totally, dude.
Dude?
She's in California now. That's how people there talk.
Superstore, new tonight on NBC.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like the trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Hi, I'm Jenna with Miracle Ear of Park Falls and Medford. If you are struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, come and see me for your free hearing test.
If you really like Super Bowl ads or M&Ms, we have some news for you. A 30-second spot will premiere virtually on Zoom, giving folks a preview of M&M's commercial and during the Super Bowl. First 50,000 people to register on their website get to participate in the Sweet Treat hosted by Spokes Candy Yellow. Everyone, of course, can see the commercial during Super Bowl 55, Sunday, February 7th.
Not too far away.
No, getting close now, Jeff. Get cold this morning.
Yeah, lows down in the teens, below zero this morning. Not so bad tonight, though. We'll have lows down near zero, so still cold, right? As there are some more clouds out there right now. This will actually help to keep temperatures up just a bit this evening and just enough to make it not too bad by tomorrow morning. All right, but out there right now, it's a 14 in Rhinelander, a 15 for Wausau, 16 Ladysmith. These will drop down to near zero tonight and then recover nicely tomorrow as we'll kick in a southeast breeze over overnight. Our next chance for snow gets in here late Saturday and Sunday, maybe an inch or two on Sunday morning.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on News Watch 12 at 6. Wheel of Fortune is next. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 with more.